Miss Voss here today, going to talk about subtraction with borrowing. Now, there's a few things we need to remember before we ever start. We're going to look at just this number right here, 460. We need to remember, first of all, babies go first. Now, we've all learned our place value, and we know there are the ones, the tens, and hundreds. Our ones are our 1-year-olds, our little babies with the cute little diapers right there. And then we have our teenagers right here, and the tens, and then our hundreds places, which are our little grandmas and grandpas right here. So ones, tens, and hundreds. And who always gets to go first? The baby, because if a baby's crying, mama's got to take care of baby first, always. So the other part we need to remember in this lesson is our manners, because in this lesson we are going to be borrowing from our elders. And anytime you go to somebody older than you, you have the best respectful manners there are. So you'll see what I mean when you go to borrow a cup of sugar, aka or also known as a set of tens. So let's start here. When we have 460 minus 271, you see, you start with the where? The babies, the ones place. So we see 0 minus 1. Well, we don't have enough, so we need to go borrow. Do you remember when I talked about manners? This is where that part comes in. We need to go next door to borrow a cup of sugars. Excuse me, may I borrow a cup of sugar? Well, of course they're going to say yes, so the 0 will go next door to 6 and borrow a set of tens. When they do borrow a set of tens, we can go ahead and add the 1 right here, and now this number is 10. But we need to also remember, because they gave you a set of tens, we lose a set of tens. So that 6 changes to a 5. Now, let's continue back with the ones place. 10 minus 1 will be number 9. Now, we go to our tens place, or our teenagers, or almost teens anyway. 5 minus 7. Wait a minute, that's still not enough. 5 needs to go next door and borrow a cup of sugar, set of tens. So, he goes next door. Excuse me, may I borrow a cup of sugar? So 4 changes to 3, and you get a set of tens. Now you have 15 minus 7. 15 minus 7 is going to be 8. Now go to your hundreds place. 3 minus 2 equals 1. 189. Let's do one more problem. Down here we have 971 minus 766. Once again, we start with the babies. 1 and 6. You cannot take 6 away from this 1. So 1 needs to borrow. When it borrows, the 7 turns to 6. Then we have a set of tens that goes here, and we have 11 now minus 6. 11 minus 6 is 5. 6 minus 6 is 0. And 9 minus 7 will be 2. 205. Till next time.